Today we'll be looking at how to make payment to vendors. Um, let's take a look at this question: payment of vendors. How do we make payment to vendors? Actually, when we purchase goods on credit from vendors, it is very important to really fulfill our obligation of payment after a stated period of time. It may be 30 days, it may be 40 days, it may be 2 weeks, which is 14 days, it may be 21 days, depending on what is stated in the contract, depending on what is stated in the purchase order. So in this section, we'll be looking at how do we, now that we are owing vendors, you can see now. Let's go to our Sage. Let's go to this is our dashboard. Let's go to the section in Sage. You can see that we are owing K Solo Limited 340 million 600,000. You can see now we now want to make payment. You can pay in full if you have the money. You can also make part payments, and you can also do additional payments. Now let's go there. The first thing you need to do when you want to make part payments is to go to maintain. I've always told you are performing a task, go to maintain. When you get to maintain, you come to payments, you click on payments. This table will come out, and when you click on payments, who do we want to pay? We want to pay K Solo. This is it. We want to pay K Solo. Let me bold it. We want to pay K Solo Limited. So let's go back to our Sage. Click here, click this mirror. We only have two vendors here, the FIRS and the K Solo. You can open as many. An organization always have as many vendors as possible, but this is for educational purpose. We are only teaching, so I'm using it to teach. You can, after this class, you can open as many vendors as possible. You know that learn very well. So let's click on K Solo Limited. You can see when you click on K Solo, you notice something pop out. You can see the amount we are owing K Solo pop out. K Solo is our vendor. We have had transactions with them. Let me see. You can see this is the total amount we are owing them, because that one is not just coming out very well. It's past due. So look at it now. So the first thing, how much do we want to pay? You can see you don't need to stress yourself. Where are we paying from? We are paying from FCMB. Any bank you are paying from, if it's GTB you are paying for, you click GTB. If it's Access you are paying for, you click Access. But in this case, we are paying from FCMB. So you click FCMB. So remember, we want to pay K Solo Limited 55 million out of a possible 340 million that we are owing them. So that is part payments. They are not paying in full. So you now come to this description and write part payments for invoice, because it has an invoice. Which invoice? This is the invoice number. You write copy the invoice number. Part payment for invoice 0028. 0028. This is the invoice number. This one is the invoice number. You can see it here. Invoice 0022A. Part payment for invoice 0028. You click on your tab button to move to the next section. It's on invoice. You can see you click on your tab button again to move to the amount paid. How much are we paying? We are paying 55 million. You click on you type 55 million. Make sure it is 55 million. You count it. How many zero? This is 30. Yes. Your tab button again. You can see this is 55 million. Click on pay. Once you click on tab, but once you want anything you want to pay, you click here and it will save automatically. Immediately it's saved. This amount here will automatically reduce. You can see immediately I click on this particular if you want to pay everything, what you need to do is to click on this button. Everything will pay. But since we are paying since we are making part payments, what you need to do is to tap, uncheck this, and type that amount you want to pay. can see. Once you click on your tab button, it will check this. You can see. Then after this, what else again? Your check number. That check number or your transfer number. Let's say it is 8770 8665. So and we are paying when? We are paying on 31st. Immediately I adjusted the date. This thing went the amount got checked out. So you start again. Part payment for invoice 002A 55,000 55 million. So you save. When you save, you go to your list. You ensure that it is there. Next one is that 3 days after, we further paid Case Solo 65 million as additional payment. You go back to your QuickBooks again. 3 days after, we paid this same vendor 65 million naira to reduce our debt. You go back to it again. Case Solo, you can see. Now, when we made that payment, click here. The amount reduced from 340 million to 285. You can see other payments and credit 55 million is being recorded in the customer's information. 285. The balance is now 285, 600,000 that we are owing the vendor. Come over here again. Additional payments for invoice 002A. Click here. Tap. You do the tap. This is you can see that it's sitting on invoice. You do your tap again. You want it to come to this particular place. You want to input the amount we are paying, and it is very clear that we are making a payment. How much are we paying here? We are paying 65 million naira. You can see it. So go back to your Sage again. Type 65 million naira there. Immediately you click the tab key, this check button will come up. It means that you are paying 65. You are paying 65 out of the possible 285 that is that we are owing here. You can see this thing is not showing you. If you want to know how much, just click here. It will show you how much we are owing. You can see here. You want to pay possible. You want to pay 65 million out of the 285 million we are owing. So can you see it now? You click save when everything is done. It was in our former check number. It was 8665. Automatically it will increase. You understand? And you also change the date to the date you are paying. This is for educational purpose. The date may not be necessary, but if it's in a real life scenario, the date will always change. You can see that I did not change the date in my former one because it's for educational purpose. This is just a class that we are teaching for proper understanding. So always make sure you reflect the dates the money is being paid, and the money is also being paid from FCMB. Take note on the bank the money is going out from. We also reflect the vendor. Will also come up. The vendor's detail has already been inputted in the system. So next thing for you to do is to save. When you save, you go back to your list and check. Please, is it there? You can see this is the two amounts we just paid. We first made a payment of 55 million and next is 65 million. Now, how much are we really owing the vendor now? Let's close this page and go back to our dashboard. This is QuickBooks Sage 50 dashboard. Let's go to our report and form. We want to know the balance we are owing the vendor. Payable. Let's go to vendor ledger. You can see this is the amount we first made 55 million payments and 65 million payment. This is the amount we are owing the vendor now. So in terms of reconciliation, if you want to do a reconciliation with the vendor, just point out this, knock it out from knock your payment out from the invoice to be able to get the balance. This is the balance. You can also reconcile with the vendor's record. Reconcile with the vendor's record so that both you and the vendor will be on the same page. Thank you very much and see you in the next class.